Well, hello again. This is a little short video on what's been going on the layout. I haven't had much response in rail master problems over the last couple of weeks. Just had one on a signalling system. I'll show you what that is about. What it is I use, of course, Train Tech. Everything in my layout is Train Tech. And what it was is that this gentleman said that when he got it on, it'd go red and green, and then all of a sudden it wouldn't move again. What it is when you slide these things underneath here, they'd lose contact. So what I do with mine, you can actually see what I do with mine, I solder a cable into that little peg hole there and solder them directly onto the rails. That way around they are permanent. But one of the things is that way around you can actually move these any way you want. More so when you've got the bigger trains, they'll catch on them. So what you can do is you can move these signals anywhere you want, and the signal will still stay on. But I just thought I would show you that one. Now, this morning, what has just arrived is something that was advertised in the Hornby magazine in April, and it's this stuff, which is called Locos Go wheel and pickup cleaner. Got a little nozzle thing in there, so you can actually spray down the side of the wheels. And it's supposed to clean the inside of the wheels and also the contacts as well. So that is something I just bought, and the actual product itself is from Hobby Tracks, and it was £9.94, and that is the where you can get it. Just go for Hobby Tracks, you can do that around, or just go for the Locos Go. I've tried it on a couple of little trains this morning and they seem to be improving, so it's something that you can always use on your Locos at any time. So that is one thing I've just done, but also is one thing that I told you about last time with these things, these pushing plugs. What I've actually got, I bought some which are these ones here, which are 10 amp. You can just push them together and that's it. These are ideal for like under your railway for your bus bars, so you can actually just pull them apart like that and you can find where your shorts are, so it's a lot easier than trying to fiddle around underneath like on these type of things, screwing things in. So I did them, and what it was for this. As you know with these, trying to push these down and push little cables in, they're a pain for doing that. So I had already got one, but I bought these then. Those are 10 amp, these are 6 amp. And I found out that when I tried to put the 6 ones in, they were there, just the right physically size for going in, but they wouldn't go in. Now these are actually split, as you can see. So as an experiment, what I actually did is I thought, oh, I've spent it's only £5 a time. So I actually bent this one down and it broke off, bent that one down, and I just cut that off, and that just goes in there perfect now. So I can actually go from track to program without no problem. So you can always put one of these onto a piece of program track. You can always plug it in without any problems. You haven't got to worry about trying to get the cables go in. So that's something. Oh, see, perfect. So that's something I've been messing around with. Now, one of the things that the Locos, I've actually got 7 Locos back in service again now. I've got my Dapple 121. I've got my Freightliner, which is a 57. I've got my Mallard. This one is my Tornado, which has got sound in now as well. This one is one of my original trains. This is 9 years old. That's got sound in. This is my Class 15. I did have a problem this running, but it now is running perfectly. And I've now put sound into this one, which is my Class 66. Now then, with this particular one, now all my sound units, except it's like on my class 20 over there, and my little 1P over there, and like this one here, which was bought, they're already installed, the sounds were, so I didn't need. But the thing is that one there was my first sound train I had, and what it was is I bought the train off eBay for £67, and Steve sent it to Olivia's Trains, and we had a sound fitted in. That was £120 for the sound and that, whereas same as these others, what you've got is you can actually get them for about £46. The only problem is at the moment, of course, there's a vast shortage. My class 20 over there has got TTS sound in it, but I want one for this one, and I can't get it for loving the money. My Black 5 is another one which I want to put sound in, but I can't get hold of them. And also what we've got with these TTS sounds is there's not enough variety on different classes of trains, which is a shame really, because they make a fortune out of this game, because everybody can, I'm a pensioner, I can't afford £120 a time for sound in my Locos. I can afford sometimes I can afford the £46 for put one in these. So that is a thing. So I'll have to go around on the Locos now and show you what they had. My mallard here, this was running, it always was a bit of a nightmare after a while. This one, if I put it on Railmaster, it'd only do 50 mile an hour round the track. Put it on my Elite, it'd go around at 100 mile an hour. I've changed decoders, I've changed this, changed that, and it still wouldn't go. Now what happens is when it gets to this stage, I just put them away until I've got patience to work on them again. And so it's been put away for about 6 to 9 months, that one has. And when I started to pull these others out for have a go at them, I put it back on the track and it works perfect. So I don't know what on earth happened to that one. Now, this one here, I think I showed you on the last video, this is my Tornado. This is another one that didn't run properly. I put it in and put it on as a normal decoder and it got it running. So now that's got TTS in it. And I'll show you that one now. This is my Tornado, of course. This has got... I'll show you that in a second, sorry about that. My class 4, that one there, that was a problem one. This one would never run. I now got TTS and that's running. So they're all on now. One of the things with the TTS Locos, of course, is when you get them, you've normally got these speakers, which are rubbish. Why they do that? Now the thing is that I started to change a lot of my diesel ones, especially. I changed them for these, which are the bass reflex ones, which were about £7. Now when you think of that, and for £7 you can put one of them in, why they don't put them in, I do not know. But so I've got 3 different varieties there, which I've got in Locos, odd Locos, but they're all getting changed out for these, which are, show you in a second, these, which are Alsounds speakers. These are £8.95 from Steve at the Hobby Goblin. That's where I come about them, because I'm always in the Hobby Goblin in Burslem. And Alan, who makes these, comes in the shop. So this is how I got to know about them. So Steve sells these in the shop. Now this one here, this is one for a class 24, as you can see. Little tiny thing, but the sound out of that is brilliant. Now, I can't show you these because they're all in the train, but if you look at that, it's like double the size of it in length, that's all, thin. But the sound that comes out of them is actually brilliant. But say that's the one which is the big ones that I've put in. Now the difference in them in sounds is actually brilliant. So this one here, which is my one that I've got, this has got an Al sounds in, this one has. So that's got one in, that's got a sound unit in. Now this one here, what I had a problem with this one was that these traction tyres, they keep coming off. So I put it away, it's been brought back again, and what I've actually done is where the groove is, I've actually put a dab of glue in there and put the traction tyre back in. That runs around lovely now, but this one at the moment has got a normal, these bass reflex speakers in it. So I've actually turned this one on now. Sounds alright, but I'll show you what I mean by the sounds in a second on these others. So that is that one. Now this one here, I had a problem with the decoding this one as such, but now this has got basically it's got a bass reflex one in at the moment. So if I actually put this one on, and you'll hear the difference between the two in a minute. So that's that one. Now if I actually go to this one here, which is a Freightliner, and start this one up, see the deepness of that and how loud it comes out as well. I haven't changed the volumes, all I've done is just put a different speaker in it. So that is the difference in that one. Now this one here, which is my Dapple Class 121, what happened with this is it used to sit over there at the back of that one is at the moment, because some of these will come off when I've finished. But what it is, it come out here. As soon as it got here, the motor started whining and going louder and louder until when it got to there, the train wouldn't go any further and the motor was going full tilt. And what it was is, if you know in these things, there's a central motor with a drive shaft and a gearbox, and a drive shaft and a gearbox. And what it was is where the flywheel was, it come loose or unstuck, let's put it that way. So I glued it back in, and now that one is running lovely. It's a lovely little Loco, that one is. So what I'll do is actually, because this one has actually got different functions on it, there's the lights, it's got cab lights on it, it's also got rear cab lights on as well, and it's also got coach lights in. And this one is, of course, has got people in as well. Put people in this one. So this is a lovely little Loco. So I'll just bring it out for now, just show you what I mean. Very, very quiet. And now reverse it and bring it back in again. Turn all those off now. Put the points back again. So as you can see, the difference it makes. Now what I'm going to do before I do the final bit is this one here. I'm just going to bring it round for a minute. I won't turn the sound on for a minute because I don't need it on. Now this little wagon at the back, let me just get it off, has got one of these on, which is a dust monkey, and it just hangs down and sits on the rails and takes the oil and rubbish off the track. Quite cheap. You get 4. I've only got 2 of them. I've never used it. I've only used 2. So what you can do with this, there's a wagon over there got one of them as well. So all you have to do with this is unclip it like that. You get the other one, you put it in. It actually, as you can see how it fits, it just fits into this like this. I can do it. Can't see what I'm doing here, that's the trouble. On a second. Getting my fingers in here, that's the trouble. There we are. So it just sits in there like that. and it just hangs down like that. Look. So all I have to do that now is put that one back on the track like that, connect it up. I'll run the train round that way round. So we get around to here. So I say the trains are running lovely now. Now with this particular thing now, what I should do with that, I'll just get a bit of Track Magic, pour it on there, give it a rub. Then I go downstairs, well that's downstairs anyway, but I'll put a spot of fairy liquid on it, wash it under the tap, then dries out, then it's ready. So that one will replace that shortly. So the thing is, you can put these on the wagons and it keeps the rubbish off the track, so it's a lot better. So I use them quite a lot. So what I'm going to do now is I shall put on the Freightliner, and also the Class 47. Run them round a bit. You say the CV on 3 is down to about 20. Well, they're running round. Also this one, of course, so if I put it on to this, that's one of the functions it's got in Railmaster, in the TTS unit. So that is basically what I've been up to recently. So say, if anybody wants me at any time, they can get me on 01782 302194. My email address is there as well, and please subscribe. Don't be afraid to call me, even if it's a chat. Now I do have Clive, who lives down south. He usually rings me 8 o'clock, 8:30 on a Sunday night, and we have a little rattle. He just puts some ideas on new things, or new ideas to do a video. In actual fact, he has withdrawal symptoms if I don't do videos, so this will be another one for him to keep him so he can go sleep at night. So anyhow, please subscribe, and if you can, if you want, please donate, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.